They want to make sure that they're showing up and showing they are the big kids on the block right now. We'll see if the SEC team can respond here today. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Here he comes with the return. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So Georgia's offense will have the football first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this...
Makes the grab and room to run. Huge play on that one. Took it across the 50, and they'll mark him down at the 45. The Dogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Heaves it on the run. He's got it down the field. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
How about he dropped back to pass twice on this drive so far? He's thrown 2 completions and chewed up over half the field. This offense, this QB, dialed in, understanding what he's seeing, and he is putting his foot down and being aggressive, taking shots down the field, and now this offense in great scoring position.
Nice move to keep running. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff again. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Kentucky's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And out there ready to hunt is this terrific linebacking core.
And that matchup with this running back versus these linebackers is a lot of fun. And, David, one thing talking to the defense this week is that they take pride in stopping the run. And these linebackers told us in meetings, this guy has not seen a defense like us, and they definitely have not played a linebacking unit as athletic as we are. We are looking to make a statement in this one by shutting this guy down.
And I love the confidence of the young guys, and I love the confidence of this defense, and they got some swag. But make no mistake, this running back is good, and this might be the best guy that they've seen. So can he make plays? Can he make those guys miss and still be the engine of this offense? We've got a tremendous matchup today.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on 1st down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint, but does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the 1st down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
Wide receiver going in motion. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Hauls it in. just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Running right, it's Baxter. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. They got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Second down, going to throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Turning, got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it with Baxter. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wildcats! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Moving the pocket, it's Stockton. Setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They were...
Snags it, and there's running room. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Fires immediately. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to pass. Rush is on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one of this postseason showdown. Let's take a look at the stats so far. As we move into the second, let's hope the rest of the game lives up to the early start. So now to start the second quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Snags it. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Making his first move. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where.
Looking long. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Caught.
As a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he makes the extra point. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. There he goes. Oh, he got loose. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On first down, it's Baxter again.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. He'll try to do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of play.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. You can't give up the sack.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Off play action on first down. Out wide left, it's Humphries. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Long way to go on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's Wiley. Runs through a man. He might have space. And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
And he made the extra point without problem. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down and run. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw one first. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Down goes the quarterback, and they turn 2nd and short into 3rd and long. The Wildcats call their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. They're all over him. Connection to the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Kentucky! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Nice, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
A first half that gave us some riveting moments, Reese. Not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Georgia's head coach told me at halftime they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
With the first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Quick give. It's Barnes. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, different way, then I'll throw the football.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Miller. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Moving out to the right. He's got it on the run. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that first half. Whatever adjustments they made in the second half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a first down and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Runs through, man. He might have some space. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. First and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
Play action on first down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Moves to his right. Going to try to get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Pulls it on the option. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end, crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. We're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now. That is a staple of the sport.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Back's got it on the screen. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around?
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback will keep it.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. They'll move the wide receiver. Hand off for Baxter. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Rodriguez. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a 1st down.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll give it to Baxter. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. The run inside. It's Baxter. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Out wide right, it's Baxter. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And nice vision by the linebacker, understanding and diagnosing pass right away. getting his eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, making the huge interception, and then taking it back to the high school days, man. In his glory days at the running back spot, running all the way to the house and scoring the touchdown.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
And the Wildcats in the hurry up. Third down play from the gun. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He's brought down. A short return, and the defense comes out on top with a pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. RPO complete. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll give to Frazier. Nowhere to go.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Converts on fourth down, still going. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
I'll say this, not a lot of coaching staffs out there would want to go for it on fourth down with the lead here late in the game, but they're going to stay aggressive. They just believe in their own players to go out and execute, and they did it right there.
Breaks it, and into the end zone, runs it into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Under pressure, and he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration.
They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Kentucky right back to the line.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence.
Going for the big play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Wants to keep it in the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back's got it on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. Turns it on down the left side. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Dogs.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed, and he takes it back for a long touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First play of this drive. Right side, it's Baxter. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He'll get rid of it. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Between the hashes, it's Baxter. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Kentucky going quickly. Making the adjustment on the play. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Complete. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
And he finds this guy again on the outside. I tell you what, man, like, just that's the matchup down here in this part of the field. You find your guy that you trust and you get him the football. He does the rest. I tell you what, I thought he was going to score for a second and get in, but now set up with this offense. First and goal in a great situation.
Back to pass on second down. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Out wide right, it's Miller. He's into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Handoff for Frazier. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Frazier again. Taken down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Turning it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
This one was a lot like a tennis match. Back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the